Good morning and welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV. I'm AC and today I'm going to walk you through another Winnebago Solis. I've done a couple of these lately, but this is a little different because it does not have the pop top. So, you know, if you don't need the extra space up top, you don't have kids going with you and you're not 6'6", you don't really need it. This is a good one to have. We're going to start up front. This is going to be on the Promaster chassis. So it is a gas engine, front wheel drive. It's a V6, so you'll have 288 horsepower, 260 foot-pounds of torque. We're going to work our way back here. We've got the aluminum wheels. A lot of you guys like to know the tire sizes. So these are 225, 75, 16-inch wheels. We're going to have our fixed running board with our leash tie down here. You can tie down your pets. You can, lock a bike up if you want to leave it for a little bit, depending on where you're at. Up front, a couple things to point out. This one's got the leather seats up top, so leather wrap. The bottom's cloth, but you got leather up top where it counts. Here is your fire extinguisher. Here after a little bit when we go inside, I'll rotate this seat around for you. You can see right over the passenger door, we have our porch light. Here in the main entrance, you're going to have your screens. You're going to have a roll-left screen here and on the back side so that you can actually, on a day that, probably not today, still a little warm today, so you might want the air conditioner going today, but when it's not 100 degrees and you want to get some fresh air, maybe you're up in the mountains, you can set the screen up here and on the back side to get some fresh air circulating. It does have the magnetic strip here so that when you close it, you don't have to be zipping and unzipping it as you go along. So we'll go into that a little more as we come back around. Here on the back side, you can see we do have a window. We have two windows on the passenger side rear, one on the door and one on the bedroom side. Here on the rear end, you'll see we have our backup camera up top, also our Coleman Mach AC unit up there. It's a Mach Q that will run off of the propane generator, or the gasoline generator, sorry, that's underneath here. Let me go unlock this back door. All right, a couple things to point out again. We do have the screen, like I mentioned. We also have our towing capacity back here. We have our receiver with the 5-pin, and it also has a 4-pin connector. So for a small trailer that takes a 4-pin, this is going to be set up here. This has 3,500 pound towing capacity. You're going to have your tie down rings back here again. Because it's a 59 PX, you're going to have a little longer chassis. It's a 159-inch wheelbase, so that gives you this extra space back here for storage, where the 59P, the doors basically butt up against the bed here. So you do have really nice tie-down rings all the way around and up top as well. Here you're going to have your water bay. So you have your outdoor shower. Here is your city water inlet. All your valves are color coded, and it's really easy to follow. So if you're trying to just fill your tank, you go to power fill tank, move the valves in that position, hook up the water, turn it on. You've got an additional solar port for an external solar panel right here. You're going to have some standard outlets. And you got a nice little storage compartment right here in the back. One thing to point out, I speak from experience, on the Solis you do have two level changes. So you have one up front and you have this one in the back. So you want to be careful as you're walking around, you don't miss a step. Alright. In case you haven't seen the other videos I've done, this little curtain rod here, There we go. Dual purpose. So this holds the doors, keeps them from slamming on you if it's windy outside, if you're working in the back here. It also is where you would put your shower curtain. It just Velcros on here. Just Velcros on here. You can do the outdoor shower, a little more space than using the one inside. You can also drape your shower curtain over the doors and make a makeshift awning back here. It's perfect for two chairs and a small cooler. You don't ever have to get up. Other thing to point out back here is you do have your 2 blackout shades for the rear that zip up. On a hot day like today, you really want to keep the AC going, keep your blackout shades up, keep all that extra sunlight out. Here on the driver's side, a couple things. We have our sewer hose storage down here. They give you a really nice spot to just store your sewer hose so it's out of the way. Again, this has a gray tank, not a black tank. It's got a cassette tank, toilet. So you're gonna have 21 gallons of fresh water, 21 gallons of gray. We've got our generator running. That is the exhaust for the generator. We also have 30 amp service, so you can plug in when you get to the RV site. If you're at home, you want to plug it in the driveway, you could buy the 110 adapter that goes with this. All right, so I mentioned 21 gallons of gray, 21 fresh. You have a 5-gallon cassette toilet. So this is your cassette. You would just, normally there's a blue cap that fits in here. It's probably inside. You take the cap off, pour it into the sewer, push this blue button here that vents it and lets it come out. This coach is winterized. You can see the green fluid. This does lock. Keeps everybody from stealing your cassette. We also have a porch light on this side. You're going to have your Truma exhaust right there. And I've had questions on this. This is actually your exhaust for the van. They put it up front because there's so much stuff out in the back. So this is your exhaust for the van. As I mentioned at the beginning, this is on a Dodge ProMaster chassis. So gas fuel only. You're gonna have power windows, power door locks, and power mirrors. The mirrors are heated. So all your adjustments are gonna be up here. On this side, now you have the electric parking brake. So you would just pull on this to set the park brake. You have your battery boost. So this merges your house and chassis batteries to help you start the van if you happen to leave your lights on or you have a battery going bad. You have all your lights and your fans here. You have a couple auxiliary switches that you can plug into if you want to add fog lights or different options. Oh, right. Your hood release is right here. I do want to point that out because it's kind of hidden here. If you're not paying attention, you can easily miss it. It's right here on the side. So I'm going to go ahead and release the hood, kind of show you what's under this huge engine we got in here. This is a V6. If you watch my other videos, you know that the older models had the flux capacitor. This one, they don't need it anymore. They've really done a lot with the engine. Up here, you're going to have your coolant reservoir, your oil fill and oil check. Of course, every van, especially the 23 models, you got to have your blinker fluid. That's right here. There are still a couple, if you're looking for a Solis, I do want to mention that there are still a couple 22 chassis on the lot. In the different floor plans, I think we have a 59P that's still on a 22 chassis. You can tell the 22 chassis by the headlights. That was part of the change on the chassis. On the 22s, the lights kind of curl up, where on the 23s they're pretty straight. If you look them up, you'll be able to tell what I'm talking about. But we do have a couple of those in stock, so if you're interested, you can always give me a shout. Right back here now, easy access to your refrigerator. There is a small freezer in here as well. You're going to have your battery disconnect. This is for your house batteries. 12-volt outlet, a couple USBs, and then your light switches. I'm going to go ahead and pivot this seat around. All right, now that I have it facing forward, I can show you a couple of things. So this corner here on the left side of the seat, if you're sitting down, is where you swivel. On the right side, that works the backrest here. If you've never been in one, it's kind of tricky. You get in there, it's kind of hard to tell. They hide them really well. So, but really nice, clean finish on the seats. Really comfortable seats. These are probably, in my opinion, some of the most comfortable seats for a van. I'm gonna go ahead and swivel this back around, just so I have some room up front when we do the cab. All right, again, level change down here, so you always want to be careful, especially if you have a pop top model. You want to be careful that when you step off of the ladder, you don't miss this step. All right, here is our table setup. I really like this versus a couple of the other ones, because you can actually take off the table and the base, and it stores away nice and neat back here behind the seat. Kind of keeps it out of the way. Some of the other models, you have to kind of put it in the overhead storage, but in this one, it's nice and neat out of the way. Gives you access to this cubby down here. Also down here, you're going to see a couple more outlets. You can have some standard outlets, a couple USBs, and another 12-volt. Pull on this yellow handle here, you get access to this little storage trough. Your fresh water drains are down here, and also your Truma, your hot water and furnace. Your low point drains are going to be directly down here. I don't know if the camera can catch that, but straight down, so when it's time to drain your tanks, winterize, that kind of stuff, you want to know where your low point drains are. We do give you a thorough walkthrough if you buy from us, so we will walk you through, show you how to use everything. Here you're going to have your Winnebago manuals, nice little storage compartment, and as usual, you got your magnets that hold the doors up so that they're not sagging down and making it easy to hit with your head. Also done that from experience. Here on the wall, we're going to have a couple items. Your propane on and off. Your panel here showing your propane levels, your battery level, and your gray tank. You also have the water pump on and off switch and your generator start and stop. Here is your Truma combi. So this is going to do your hot water and your furnace. Scroll over to your hot water, you can turn it on and off there. Holding tank heater. So this turns on your holding tank heater pad for your gray tank. Here in our wet bath, we're going to have our toilet. This does pivot around so that when you need to sit down, you have more room. You can close the door. We've got our rod up here so you can use it as a closet, hang up some clothes in there. There is a heater vent down here on the bottom. So if you're at the beach, you want to dry some clothes out, you can always hang it up if the heat is on. You know, people use it many different ways. Got a nice little storage compartment here on this side for your toilet paper, shampoo, those kind of things. There's a shower curtain also that snaps in there to kind of give you some privacy. If you want to leave this door open, get a little more elbow room, that works really well. Here in the kitchen, we're going to have a dual burner propane stove. and also a counter extension here. Single stainless steel sink. Additional overhead storage. Plenty of room under here for a trash can, for cleaning supplies. Your fresh tank's going to be actually behind there. So right here, you've got this switch that'll turn on the light here and shows you how much water you have in your tank. So not only do you have the tank monitor, but if you want to just take a quick peek and see how far up you are, if you have half tank, full tank, you can easily tell. The Eco Hot system right here, you can turn that on to preheat the water. That way, what it does is it drains the water in the line back to the fresh tank, so you're not wasting fresh water. Back here in the bedroom area, you're going to have a couple really nice cubbies back here. Some additional storage. This bed, or this unit was ordered with the inflator bed for the cab up there that fits over the two front seats for additional sleeping. You're going to get your outdoor shower hose, your sewer hose, all the extras that come with the van when you buy a new one. All right. Here is our little table. It's a utility table. You can use it as a counter extension when you're cooking. You need some prep space. You can actually slide it along this bar here, so you can put it towards the back if maybe you're working out in the back and need a little counter space. To release the bed, there's a latch right up here. You just pull the latch, and then you go ahead and pull the bed down. Go ahead and open this up so you can see the bed. There's also a couple things to point out up there on the right hand side. So up on that compartment on the left side there, you'll see you're going to have some standard outlets, USBs, another 12 volt, and then up top there's a roof access port. So in case you want to add a Wboost, a Starlink, or any other options, you can actually drill through that instead of drilling additional holes in the roof. To fold the bed, it always really works well if you fold the top cushion, fold it back. That just allows it to go under the cabinet and then latch it back in place. All right, another thing to point out back here is you're going to have your breakers and fuses. So if anything is not working properly, your air conditioner, any of those things, make sure all your breakers are not tripped. Check your fuses, replace as needed. Here in the rear storage compartment is your shower curtain for the back door that I mentioned earlier, and also your blackout shades for the front windows. Okay, and that's pretty much it for the house side. You do get a nice LED light right here. There's a switch right here, right over the door. Turns on that LED. On the cab side, I've showed you how to rotate the switch or the seats around pretty easy. First couple of times it's nice to do it from the front door there, because you can make sure that the seat's far enough forward and stuff. It just makes it easy. Go ahead and fire this up. Well, actually I won't, because I left the keys in the back. Let me grab those and I'll be right back. All right. Always helps to have your keys handy. So it's push button start. Automatic transmission. You've got your tow haul mode. This is really nice here. You have a nice spot to put your phone in. You can plug in to your USB or any of these outlets and plug in. There's a spot opening for the cord. Makes it really easy to drive around with your phone plugged in, charging. Down here you're going to have 3 cup holders. Little glove box there. Up here is another little spot, you know, for some additional really small items. I wouldn't put anything very big on there, but this is going to be your main glove box. Both of your doors have really nice storage. I don't know if you saw that when I was on the outside, but I'm going to open this up. So you have a cup holder and a nice big pocket down there for maps, you know, different items that you might be carrying with you. It's kind of hard to find that nowadays. All right, huge touchscreen. You've got your XM, you got navigation. You can set up your phone. You've got your camera views, different camera views, your apps. So it's got Alexa and Android Auto. Again, really nice big touchscreen, really easy to see your maps as you're going down the road. Down here, you're going to have your screen on and off, your mute button, your tuner and your volume, your AC controls and heat controls are right here. Hazard lights, door locks, and traction control on and off. Wipers, your cruise control set on this side, your menu buttons here for your dash are going to be right here on the left side, and you can also do your voice controls and phone calls from right here. So really easy to read your dash here. You've got RPMs on the left, your speedometer, your fuel gauge is right here. So right now we're pretty much full. I've already showed you the parking brake. So now it is engaged up there on the dash, you can see that. So again, this is on the Dodge Promaster. Really nice. I like the Dodge. A lot of service centers for the Dodge versus some of the others out there. It does have backup camera on the mirror. Before I forget, sorry. You can shut it off and use it like a regular mirror, but benefits to the Dodge Promaster: front wheel drive, ton of service centers across the country, really easy to get in and out. Not a lot to go wrong with these. I like that it's a simple system, perfect for this time of year. If you like going up in the mountains, you can do a lift, you can do more aggressive tires. There's a lot of stuff that you can do to still get you some of those remote areas. You're not going to rock crawl, but you can still get to some pretty fun stuff. So thank you guys for watching. If you're interested in this one, you can always give me a call, shoot me a text. If you live by here, if you stop by, feel free to ask for me. Again, my name is AC. Si hablo español, me pueden hablar al 720-276-4241. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next week.